Hi, I'm Kellyanne Chaos and welcome to this channel, Stone the Crone. Okay, so I don't normally comment on TikTokers and all that fucking shit. I try to avoid throwing attention where I don't want it to go, because I am a firm believer attention goes where energy flows and energy flows where attention goes. So I don't make a habit of mentioning the people that I'm not favourable with what they do. But we've got to mention Mr. Mulvaney here on this fucking channel. And the reason is this. The boycott of Bud is amazing. That hit him in the heart, hit him in the wallet. That's such a good idea. But one of the issues there is how effective is it going to be? We know nowadays that there are certain stock companies that literally have a bit in fucking everything, right? Like literally a bit in everything. So who's pulling the strings from above? Who's setting up Bud Light as a sacrificial lamb, so to speak? Or are they? Or has this actually been thought about a lot more than people are actually giving it credit for? Hear me out here. Please hear me out. And that is, we have and we understand that the L, the B, and the G are not part of the T, the Q, and the plus for infinite ever. That's just going to keep adding pluses on. I don't even know the whole thing. I'm not going to learn the whole thing. I don't care how many fucking pluses it has. There is only sex, asexuality, and gender means nothing. I'm sorry. Have a cry. But the problem is that there's already been a forced teaming. And this is where I suppose this video in a way is a little bit for my and our gentlemen friends. And that is, some of the memes are quite funny. Some of the memes and little videos that you're making are amusing. But here's the thing. Guys, fellas, here's the thing. You're still getting trans and same-sex attraction mixed up. And this was bound to happen. So have we just, in a way, kind of given the so-called TQ plus community an excuse to be scared of our men? Again. More so. So I understand, but being an effeminate gay man or just being an effeminate man is not an issue. So unfortunately, and it was kind of bound to happen, and I wanted to make this video sooner, but then I was sort of caught up in watching the pushback and the videos that were people doing, and it really it was going to happen. It was going to happen that the alpha type of dudes were going to run with this. They were going to go and do this mockery of drinking a light beer equals drinking juice from the feminine fountain or some shit. And unfortunately, this is going to go further. And this is part of the issue that we've got in the goddamn first place, sirs, misters, bros, is that the mocking of feminine men. Dylan Mulvaney is an industry plant as far as I'm concerned. They use influencers to push an agenda. They use influencers to push an idea. And both Mr. Marsh and Mr. Mulvaney have had sponsorship endorsements by Tampax. So again, we've got, and this is what I'm worried about, because like in Australia here, we're probably a little bit more well, we're definitely more ochre. That's the slang for like Aussie, but we kind of consider our men to be quite blokey blokes, and there's we actually have mid-strength beer here as well. So there's a light, there's a mid-strength, and there's a full strength or a heavy beer. Now, I personally knew that this was going to happen. This was, of course, the connection was going to be made. Light beer equals effeminate man. So again, it's all very problematic, and honestly, my train of thought is all over the place and has been for a little while now. Get back on my fucking shit. But so if the issue I've got with the force teaming of the L, the G, and the B is when a man drinks a light beer and they say, "Whoops! Oh, it's turned me gay." Now this is the problem that we don't actually fucking want. We don't want this connection with we don't really need this connection with drinking something that, oh my god, it's magically turned someone gay. And I know men find this funny, and you'll find that it's a lot of these sort of alpha and beta type men that are engaging in this type of thing. And that's the problem and where it fucking lays, isn't it? It's these alpha men and their followers, the beta men, who will then turn around and pick on and bully a man that is effeminate, that may be gender non-conforming. And here we have the problem. No wonder all these men are trying to run into fucking women's spaces, when I'm really, really wondering, I'm really wondering if this wasn't more of a strategic loss than it was. Because now we've literally got all this evidence proof that it's on the favour of the trans side to why they do not feel safe in men's spaces. Sorry, I'm getting a little animated like I do. I think I've just kicked the desk, but that's okay. So again, you know, they can literally point to these, and I know men think they're funny, and I think some of them are funny too. I'm not even going to fucking lie. I do think some of them are funny. But here's the thing, because there already has been a forced teaming, the mockery of this product and the mockery of this person, because their face was put on the product, has literally, yes, boycott, do not spend your money on it, but has literally raised their profile of what they've been saying, and that is they do not feel safe in men's spaces, so they need to come into women's spaces, and we, for some fucking reason, which I do not understand, have to, one, be so kind that we have to be delusional to other people's delusions, but also that we have to actually, like, so, you know, like, we're not a guide dog, we're not a support animal, and women do not have to guarantee anybody's safe space. No one's ever guaranteed my fucking safe space. That's why we've had women-only spaces. So that if I'm at a club, at a nightclub or whatever, and things just get a bit too much, you know, and I'm not talking about now, because I'm fucking old. I'm talking about bloody well before I had my children, where I was smoking hot for a little foul-mouthed Aussie. Totally. Back in the days. But where did you go for a time out? To the dunnies. So now we're at a club. Some bloke's going to be being designated fucking driver for the night. Now alpha man over here, who's a narcissistic twat to begin with, is now going to be riding said mate, whose designated driver as, like, what type of, you some sort of woman? Oh, I see you're drinking that light beer there. Are you must be a Dylan Mulvaney's, you know? So it's just like, be careful. Be careful, because as much as you guys find this funny, you're literally setting up the scenario that they want. And this is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. You're setting up a scenario that they want. So how about don't buy the bud? Don't buy whatever company, Bushy, fucking whatever it is, the company that is. But if you see someone drinking a light beer, leave them the fuck alone. Half the problem I think us women have, actually, I'm going to go more than half. I can't even put a percentage on this. But the problem, big fucking problem that us women have is that these gamma motherfuckers have been, like, totally picked on and demasculated by other men. Oh, look at him. He's drinking a light beer. He must be a fucking woman drinking that beer. No! There is not any type of man on this planet who is a woman. Has people not seen a battery? Have you not seen a battery? It's one battery, like a human. It has a positive and a negative end. Hello! No spectrum. It's the same sort of shit. So, yeah, look, I did find it really fucking annoying. I did find it really fucking frustrating, because I think, and I really do believe, that the pushback through social media has led and fallen straight into the trap that they set. And I do believe it's a trap. Like, unfortunately, like, back in the days, right? Like, and I'm going to digress just a little bit here, but hey, please go with me. We're on a journey. We're on a journey. And that is, you know, back in the day, I'm going to take my witchy hat off. I'm putting my conspiracy tinfoil hat on. But back in the day, when you used to say, you know, they did that, or I believe it was them, people go, who's they? What them? Because it was, you were referring to the powers that shouldn't be, the people we never voted for that pull strings and nowadays own, like, stocks in fucking everything. Hello BlackRock, hello Vanguard. Yeah. You own a little bit of everything. Like, literally, we can't not support those particular two companies. So it doesn't give a mind, no fucking shit, to give Mr. Marsh and fucking Mr. Mulvaney tampons and sponsor them, because they have a bit in everything. So yes, Budweiser can fucking take a huge big loss, because they still have stocks in, well, BlackRock and Vanguard still have stocks in it. So yeah, okay, that particular company will take a big loss. But being that these companies are run by stock companies, have they lost anything at all? Have they? Have they? Them? You know, look, I miss the days when I would say they, them, and I would be referring to some bloody conspiracy theory. And now when people say, who are they, them, they say instead, oh, do you mean Dylan? Do you use a non-binary? And it's like, no. So again, ramblings of a sane woman in a mad world, and that makes me look mad. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on this. Again, men, to use, please be careful. Okay? I know you're having a bit of fun, it's a little bit of mockery, but there is a difference between trans and gay. Drinking light beer will not make you gay. Drinking light beer will not make you trans. There is no such thing as trans. But Now these effeminate men that want to get into female spaces have a lovely excuse to do so by going, see, these particular men will make us feel uncomfortable, so we need to be in a place where we can be more comfortable. And that is not women's spaces, mate. It is not. You're not welcome. Sorry, not welcome. You're not welcome to our spaces. You're not welcome to our language. You're not welcome. So men, please, rein that shit fucking in. You alphas, you betas, leave the little ones alone. Let them mince in and out of the male spaces. Let them drink their fucking light beer. Do not bully, literally bully men into women's spaces. Stop it! Just stop it! Oh my God. I'm going to go. I'm going to love you for now and talk to you later. Stay loud, my friends. Even if you can't even get a goddamn thought out of your head, but you gotta say it anyway. And for now, in this crazy world, stone out.